Most women, they know exactly what they need to do in order to lose weight. So the issue isn't what workout plan to follow, because let's be honest, you can literally go on ChatGPT and it will tell you probably a workout plan. It will probably even tell you how many calories for your weight to eat. So it's not that you don't know what to do, because you want to change. You want to build the best version of you. So it's not necessarily your fault right now. This is the fault of your unconscious fears. And your unconscious fears are what's holding you back from living up to your potential, losing fat, building a dream hourglass body, and becoming that most confident version of you. Now, let me explain. When I was 15, and I know because I was going through my WhatsApp chats, I keep everything. So I've got it all in my phone. And in the chats, I was reading back through messages with my partner. And in some of the messages, well, most of them, I was like, hey, and it was a selfie of me, just a normal selfie, maybe a little bit of pout going on. And I was like, hey, can I post this on Instagram? Can I post this on Instagram? Yeah. And it wasn't just one, it was a few throughout our conversation. And I'm still with him now, by the way, and this will be relevant soon when I come into it. But I realized that from a young age, I had developed this unconscious fear, which probably, came conscious a little bit throughout the time. And what I mean by an unconscious fear is a behavior that I was doing, which was asking to post a picture, which was me signaling that I don't trust myself, or that I need to ask permission in order to grow. And it didn't just stop there with Instagram photos. It started coming more into my life when I went into uni about, I'm thinking of doing psychology. What do you think? After my psychology degree, I'm thinking of doing my PT course. What do you think? I'm thinking of investing into this mentorship, which is going to help me to grow my business. It's this much. What do you think? And these fears were showing up in these behaviors of asking for permission, because I had a fear of wanting to stay relevant. I had a fear of outshining my partner. What if I made too more than him? What if I became more successful than him? What if I became so much more confident that I would maybe overpower him a little bit, right? And what if I put myself first and he thinks that that's me not loving him anymore? And that is what held me back for so long in my business and in my body, because I was continuously wanting to stay smaller than I was to protect my relationship. And it wasn't until I went to this incredible solo trip in Dubai with loads of 7- and 8-figure coaches, speaking to so many women, that I realized, damn, these are fucking killing it, right? And it wasn't that I actually gained any information from them on how to grow, but just witnessing them, being in the proximity of that energy of women going all in on their life, on their business, on their body, was so inspiring. Because when you feel that energy and you're around that energy, there's no way that you can't just take a little bit of that with you and borrow that power. And that's what I did. And that's what helped me to get rid of this unconscious fear that I had holding me back, to the point where when I got back from that trip, I hit my first 6 figures in business. I did 2 photo shoots after going through my next level of body confidence with another fitness coach. And I up-leveled myself so much in my confidence and my life that I was prioritizing myself more than I ever had done. And guess what? That didn't make my partner run away from me. It didn't make my partner not love me anymore. In fact, the ripple effect of seeing me go first, of seeing me prioritize myself and build my business of my dreams, build the body of my dreams, has also motivated him to do the same. He's now lost 45 kg, and this is not about him, but just to show you what can happen, not just for you and your confidence, but for those loved ones around you, that I was so scared to let down, that I was so scared that I was going to, wow, the rain is raining. I didn't know this was going to happen. But anyway, as I was saying, when you let go of that fear, that was so consuming for me, I realized that I'm the tide, I'm the blueprint. And what happens when you're the tide? When you rise, the boat rises with you, and everyone on that boat comes with you. So it's not only my partner who now has felt that shift, it's my mum, my South Asian immigrant mum, who puts herself first in little ways by going for a walk on her lunch break. She goes out and prioritizes herself in little ways, which might not look like a big thing, but to her and to me, and knowing she was a woman who would check with everybody else first with what they want to eat before she ever fed herself. She would put her biscuits away from the trolley so I could get the chocolates I want growing up. So her to see me go first with my confidence and putting myself first has inspired her to do the same. And this is what can happen when you let go of that unconscious fear of wanting to be liked, of wanting to be, loved so much that you're prepared to keep yourself small for that. I say fuck that, because the people who are going to come with you when you become the tide, they'll come with you. And when they don't, that's fine. That is completely okay, because you still become the best version of you, and that's the biggest fucking win you can ever have. And I want to tell you a story about one of my clients. I'm not going to say her name, but I'm going to call her Sarah. Sarah, she was in one of my other videos actually when we were talking about how to lose fat without discipline. So if you haven't seen that, you should also go watch that, because once you understand how to remove this unconscious fear, the strategy becomes easy, because there's nothing holding you back. You can just go all in, right? So anyway, Sarah, she actually started my one-to-one coaching with me in private because she was scared of what her partner would think. What if her partner judges her? What if her partner, because they love a takeaway on the weekend, but she knew that that little part of her routine, that part of her nutrition, she knew that she needed to change that. But she was scared that if she didn't have a Friday night takeaway with her partner, that her partner would think, oh, what are you doing? Like, why are you suddenly changing up on me? Or do you not want to spend time with me anymore, right? But through slow little actions of her putting herself first by ordering something healthier on the takeaway, right? Not only did it make her feel safer to put herself first, but she noticed the little shifts, not only in her confidence and in the way that she looks and feels, because now she's feeling incredible. She's going on spa trips and wearing bikinis she's never worn before in front of her partner for the first time, which is incredible. But now she's like, Sim, my partner's cooking me a healthy meal, because she's got him involved on her level up. She's leveled up and elevated, so a whole family and a whole circle is elevating as well. And isn't that so beautiful? That is so incredible. But most importantly, in the circle leveling up, you're leveling up because you're going first. I'm an eldest daughter, I'm an older sister, so doing this and letting go of the unconscious fear wasn't just for me. It was for every single woman in my life. It was for my little sister. It was for my mum. It was for every single woman who's going to come after me, because they can see exactly what can happen for you and for your business, for your life, for your body, when you put yourself first and prioritize yourself. So now that you understand that it's not your fault why you can't stay consistent, because I see this pattern with so many women who just want the best for their partner, they just want the best for their family, and they just want to stay relatable. And that is a human innate need to feel wanted, to feel like you're part of something. But what if you were part of something that was so much bigger than you? Because as I said, the right people will come with you, and you create your own circle. You create a new leveled up circle for everybody else around you. And that is bloody incredible, if you ask me. So now that you've understood what this is, I want to ask you, if you were to let this go, how would your life look? How would you show up for yourself with your nutrition? How would you show up for yourself in the evenings when your partner's sitting there and you're like, I'm going to get my steps in? How would it look like for you to spend your mornings doing something for yourself? How would this show up in your life once you've let go of this fear? And ask yourself honestly, what are you actually scared of? What is the worst thing that is actually going to happen when you put yourself first? What are you afraid of that will happen if you succeed? Is it somebody's going to judge you? Is it somebody's going to leave you? What is the fear of that for you? Once you uncover that and you decide that you are not going to live and hold on to this fear and navigate towards your life, you'll notice how much easier it feels to follow through with the strategy, to follow through with the steps and the training, because you don't have this unconscious thing holding you back from staying where you were. Because you're going somewhere new, you're going somewhere bigger, and you don't want to take this with you anymore, right? And when you realize, and this is the most important thing, that this unconscious fear is trying to protect you from something that is not even happening, it becomes easier to let go of it, because it's trying to protect the older version of you. It's trying to protect your relationships. It's trying to protect who you are. Is what's keeping you from continuing to lose that fat, from continuing to follow the plan, to stay consistent, to become confident, to become the best version of you. So after this video, I want you to decide, who are you becoming? What fears are you letting go of today? How are you going to show up every single day for the rest of your life without these fears holding you back? Because once you elevate, your life will change, and so will everybody else's lives around you. I promise you that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I would love to hear your realizations, your breakthroughs down in the comments below. I would love if you drop me a subscribe and go check out the video that I mentioned about Sarah and how to lose fat without being disciplined, because now that you've understood this, that part of it will feel so easy for you. Let's do this.